Hi guys, what's up? Tim Queen here, and today we're going to talk about LinkedIn dwell time, what it is and why you should pay very close attention to how to get more of it. Now, what is dwell time? Dwell time basically means how long does someone hover over one of your posts. So example, I'm on LinkedIn and I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So now the time when my post is visible on someone's browser window within like the frame, like if my window is like this tall. So as long as something is visible, it will be counted. There's like little counter going on, like how many milliseconds is this on screen? So when I'm scrolling by, will be very short, like half a second, half a second, half a second. But if I stop scrolling, then the magic happens. Then the counter goes 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And the more time I can accumulate, the more time I get someone to read something, to watch a video, to read the comments, to listen to an audio, to flip through a document, the more time I get someone to do this, to spend time with my post, the higher my dwell time. And that's LinkedIn's primary factor to determine the quality of your post. They don't look that much on engagement anymore. They don't care so much about the likes, the comments, and the shares. Don't get me wrong, they're still important. But dwell time is a much more important factor because all the other things, likes, comments, shares, that can all be faked by bots and with engagement pods. So LinkedIn knows this, and that's their countermeasure. They make the dwell time way more important than the engagement. Now, by doing that, they make sure that everything has a cost. Like when someone comes to your LinkedIn post and reads it, that means they cannot look at something else. This is a quality indicator. If you can make people spend that time, one of their most precious commodities, on LinkedIn, and you're getting them engaged, what does happen? People perceive that time on LinkedIn as valuable. Like, why wouldn't they? They get really good information. They get something of great value. They're giving you their attention, the most precious commodity in this digital world, to learn from you, to discover what you have to share. And when they leave LinkedIn, they leave with the impression that they got something great of value and that it was definitely worth spending that time on LinkedIn. What a cool place we have here. We have only cool people here hanging out. The fondness that you have for them maybe can give a little bit to us and spend more time on the platform, which in turn allows LinkedIn to sell more advertisement, to encourage more people to buy a LinkedIn Premium account, and of course to sell their LinkedIn career tools to companies who are trying to find talent on the platform. Now, how do you increase your dwell time? Now, this comes down to content type. For example, for a text post, you will only see the first few lines of text. So what you have to do, you have to use your first 3 lines of text to get someone to stop scrolling. So this has already contained like the headline, the most important part, create curiosity, get them to stop. You want them to click the read more button. Now, how do you do that? By teasing additional content. Raise a question and then tell them the answer is in the read more section. Then when you get them to read more, every sentence that you're writing has the task of motivating to read the next sentence, to read the next sentence, to read the next sentence. And over all this journey, you want to create emotions, you want to get them engaged, tell stories, make this really interesting. And then at the end, you're going to see that people will naturally engage with your content. They're going to naturally like it, comment and share it. But the most important factor is they spent time before they did this. If someone is coming there from an engagement pod and they're just clicking, okay, I don't even read more, I just click like, LinkedIn can easily measure this. They can see someone looked at the post for 2 milliseconds, then clicked the like button. They can deduct from that the person actually didn't read the content, so they can actually value this particular like far less. This might only count as like 0.05 likes, while a like from a person who had spent much more time reading your content, watching your video, flipping through the pages of one of your PDF documents, this like could count as 2 likes or 5 likes, depending on how much time they spent. You see how this works? It's really powerful. Now, if you want to learn how to create really engaging content on LinkedIn, to really press all the buttons of the LinkedIn algorithm, I highly recommend that you check out my LinkedIn Accelerator program. I'm going to put the link down in the description and into the pinned comment below. And if you want to get more videos about LinkedIn, also make sure that you hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and I see you in the next one. Bye.